and welcome to today's video tutorial where we will be looking at how to go through and identify food safety hazards within your food business. Why is it that so many food businesses fail to identify their food hazards correctly? This is an issue that I come up against all the time when I go through an audit. It's probably one of the most poorly done areas within the HACCP program. The identification and control of these type of food hazards forms a basis for every type of HACCP program, and it really is HACCP 101. If you cannot get this right, the rest of your system will end up failing. In the worst case scenarios, by not identifying and controlling your food safety hazards adequately, you will end up in having either a food poisoning outbreak, product recalls, or very bad media coverage or experience, and this in turn will then damage your brand and your business. So how do you go and work out these hazards and how they occur in your business? It is really quite an easy process. There are a couple of different methods that I generally use with my clients, but I'll just go through a few now to get you started. Probably the first place to start is to go through and review your customer complaints. Have a look at what your customers have been complaining about, whether it be the last 12 months or even up to the last 5 years. If they complain about the same things all the time, it really means that you in your business have failed to fix the problem and identify what the real root cause of the issue is. Another thing to look for is looking at business history. Talk to people who've worked in the business for a long period of time, if this is possible. There may be some memories of things going wrong or issues that contributed to them having a really bad day. And this may be stuff that doesn't happen every day, but maybe one off, twice in say a 10 or 20 year period, but it has happened. Talk to your staff out on your production floor, looking at maybe some of those staff have worked in other food businesses and they can recall things that went wrong or hazards that occurred in those other businesses as well. Our fourth thing would be to go through and access government public databases. In Australia we have the Food Standards Australia website, and on this we have a couple of different databases that you can look at. You can look at product recalls, and this is the same whether you're in the US or the UK or China or wherever. The government will have a listing of what products are currently under recall in the marketplace. You can also have a look at maybe some of your local government regulators have name and shame databases where they put the name of food business that have been prosecuted and what they've been fined for. So going through and researching the detail of these listings, that'll give you an idea of what type of hazards are happening in similar businesses to yours. Our final one that I suggest is that you go through and research industry-based journals and technical information, obviously based on your industry. You can use support industry bodies. They're a good source in identifying issues that face your industry as a whole. Looking at scientific information around food poisoning hazards, looking at what food poisoning outbreaks have happened and what foods have been involved and why these poisonings occurred. And you can have a look at this. Again, public health departments, your government departments, universities. Also, maybe even talk to your testing laboratory who you send your food samples to. They should be able to give you an idea of what type of things that they're seeing in similar products that they may be testing. Above all, I suggest that you sit down with you as a HACCP team and go through some type of brainstorming activity and come up with as many hazards as you can. And then with these hazards, you can go through and see at each of the steps in your process, are they going to be applicable or not. And then once you've actually identified hazards, you can start that massive task of going through and analysing and risk rating each of those hazards. But we're going to talk about that in another video. So again, if you want more information on how to go through and identify hazards, just check out our blog. Also we have some other video tutorials based around these concepts as well. So check out that, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.